Well, it was an interesting thing to find, an interesting thing to check on. I'll do some more checking. But I've almost run out my time, people. I have to go be a responsible adult in about 30 minutes. So let's take a quick look at the journal and see what can I get done in the time I've got left. All right, let's go back and get some more mistletoe just to make sure that we can turn that in. Just tooling around is going to have to sit for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And offer you can refuse. Nope, we won't mess with that. That will take too long. Playing the part. Goatskin arm guards. I could turn those in. And then just make some more. Let's see, and this one's at Dismail. You know, we are in the vicinity of Dismail Darkhold. Alright, let's get that mistletoe. And then we can go talk to the guy at Dismail. And if we are not past quarter after, all right. Let's get down to Dismail Darkhold. And if I can get there in 5 minutes, in 2 minutes now, if I can get through that conversation with at least 25 minutes, and if it will let me use the duty support, I will go ahead and give it a try. Does that go up here? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oops. Oh, there he comes after me. We're just going to try and outrun him because we're on schedule. Dismail Darkhold isn't a main story, and it isn't a main story, and it isn't a class quest. What it is it's a Grand Company quest, and I need to clear those Grand Company quests. So if I can get in here without having to wait for a group, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get it done, because I did a run of it on my main character. The name itself sends a shiver up the spine. Infested by all manner of fearsome void scented light. Why? I've never heard word of statutes come to life. While we as guardians pride ourselves on seeing to our own defenses, the threat at this time is simply too great. Yes, I will see to those abominations. Alright. Now let's go see if it's got the... Oh, it does. Alright, let's do this thing. Dismail is one of my favorites. I'm just going to dump some stuff here because my inventory is way too full to get through Dismail. Don't ask me why. I just... Not all members. Oh, I'm only level 40. Okay, fine. Alright. Alright. Time-worn leather map. Let's see where this goes. That was the other thing I was thinking we could do. Finding treasure. Using a treasure map will bring up a window that reveals the rough whereabouts of a hidden cache. Upon arriving at the specific location, use the general action dig to locate and extract treasure. Be warned, the chest may be rigged with a trap. Yes, I know it will be rigged with a trap. I'll probably get my butt handed to me. Alright, let's see. Central Shroud. Ooh, looks like it's right there. When it pulls up the map, it usually drops you on the larger map in the general vicinity of the spot that you need. So it's not nearly as random as it seems initially. Did it again, darn it. Alright, Central Shroud and Branch Meadows. Pull out my Choco and let's go see what we've got in that chest. And then we will have to call it a day because I will probably be out of time. Or maybe I might get the turn-in done. The mistletoe turn-in. Alright, before we do anything else, I'm going to go over to Actions and Traits, down to General, find Dig, and put it on a bar. And away we go. See how much faster I am? That's what I get for clearing certain milestones in the main story. Between that and the memory of being able to fly, sometimes getting around just takes so long. Alright, here we are. Let's see what we got. Get off of the and we'll get a dun 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 dun. There we go. Alright. Pull up my fighting Choco. Throw up my Defiance. Swap back to my combat bar. And ignore the roselets. They're level 10. They're probably not going to make much difference. Alright, I got a level 37 Alpha Devil. This is probably going to be kind of a fight. Oh, territorial zombies coming too. Let's see if we can put the devil down before the zombies get here. Nope, we can. They're not doing us enough damage to... Oops, let's get out of the AoEs though. AoEs are not my friend. Now I hit that one too soon. I should have waited until I was down some. But, hit him with Inner Beast. Do it again for fun. Okay, let's see what we got. Lotus Leaf. Oh. Sorry if you caught any of the edge of that. Didn't get everything turned off in time. Life is life. Alright. Moonstone. No. Moonstone, I think I can sell that to Grand Company. Can't do very much else with it right now. Walnut lumber, high potion, lotus leaf. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It's an ingredient for, you know what I may do with this? I may go and see how friendly my server is to randomly opened conversations. See, part of the point of doing this whole Twitch journey is that I've been playing this game for a very, very long time, and many, many, many things have changed. And some of them I miss, some of them I don't. And it's fun to tell people about them. But most of the misses are not where I hang. Most of the things I miss are not where I hang out anymore. They're down at starter levels, which is why I started a new character. And one of the things that I kind of miss for the interaction and the verisimilitude, and really kind of don't, because the modern way is so much easier and you shouldn't have to fight a war to play a game, is that everything happened in the hubs. You can't, there was no party finder. You went in there and shouted for, does somebody want to come do this duty with me? Or you queued up and hoped for the best. Because there was so much more chatter, people, not infrequently, wouldn't bother to go to the market board. They'd just go stand out and say, I have a bunch of this stuff. I don't want to take the time. I'm selling. And I wonder if I could get away with that now. All right. Oops, I went to the wrong hub place. That's my hub place. I can get there for free. I keep forgetting we have to talk to somebody before we do that turn-in. Wineport. All right. Now, there isn't a ferry to Wineport. I am going to have to teleport. But if I go to Costa del Sol first, it should be cheaper. Probably would have been 100 from, I should have looked. Okay. Yeah, this is time for me to call it quits. I've been chasing the wrong quest. I need botanist in a bind. Well, you know what? This is going to take care of me getting too close to 300,000 pretty quick. Right over there at the Adder's Nest, which is where I thought I was going in the first place, until looking at the wrong quest kept sending me off somewhere else. Here is the guy I have to talk to first. It is fair enough request. I have no intention to deceive her, no you. The mistletoe will be used to prepare medicines for battles ahead. It is simple as that. This will not please a pacifist like Fufucha, but what can be done? Does she think that we enjoy bloodshed any more than she? Were there a way to bring peace back to the forest, I would be the first to welcome it. In the meantime, Ixal continue to attack our people, and we do what we can to protect them. A single soldier such as myself has no more power to end this war than does a botanist. In any event, I must return to my duties. If you could harvest 20 sprig seed now. Told ya, it's gonna be 20. Or tell Fufucha that our courier will be along to receive them. The order would be in your death. Alright. Let's zoom in. See that guy's minion? Spoiler! Wahahahaha. Alright. We gathered the stuff. Uh-oh. Why is it giving me a red? I put them on a chocobo, that's why. There we go. All right. Welcome back, Fiona. So it is as I feared. Do not worry, I will take the 20 sprigs of mistletoe. Thank you. You have served the guild well once more. And so the unending cycle of bloodshed goes on. Needless to say, by no fault of your own. I bear no ill will to Lieutenant Gavin or his people. On the contrary, I have naught but respect for his candor, not to mention his service to my homeland. What weighs heavy on my heart is a sentiment far more simple, almost childish. I simply cannot bear to see this forest I love suffer any longer. War is inevitable, this I understand. But by aiding the war effort, we do not merely contribute to the suffering, we profit from it. No better than the parasitic mistletoe, we suck the life out of the trees that shelter us for our own personal gain. A parasite. Is that what our once proud guild has been reduced to? How can I in good conscience permit this to go on? Forgive me, Fiona. I would be alone with my thoughts for a while. I have 2 points to make to you, boss. Number 1, parasites are living creatures too, and they have the right to seek to do so. All right. Let's see. Woolen doublet. Item comparison. We've got better. Raptor skin work boots. We don't have better. The only thing that improves is the is our defense. and oops. 48, 46. Yeah, no. We're going to... Everybody say it with me.
Go on, take money and run.
Woo hoo hoo.
Go on, take money and run.
Oops. I thought I told it to take the money and run. All right. Oh, now these are better. This is better gear. Aha. Yeah, this would be the piece of gear he told me he was expecting me to put into my hand. Sneaky bugger. All right. We're going to go ahead and accept that. I don't know if we'll get it done. I have not come to this decision easily, but I have come to it the same. As of today, I have resigned from the Botanist Guild. Our battle with the Exile rages on, and there are rumblings from the Empire as well. Each passing day, more people die. The soil is stained deeper with blood, and the Twelveswood weeps. There is hope. It's coming. Meanwhile, I fill orders for the war effort, and for what purpose? What more that more exile may suffer and die than Gridanians? No, if this is what it means to be a botanist in this day and age, I want no more of it. Yanni, may Nofika bless her dear heart, tried her best to convince me to stay. Still, I fear my heart is settled. Mind you, the decision is mine alone. I would pass no judgment on those who find meaning in their efforts here. Should you wish to continue to serve the guild, I'm sure Yanni will have suitable tasks for you. Farewell, Fiona, and may the Twelveswood ever shelter you. Yeah, and this is the level quest for this. So even if I can get it in 7 minutes, I might not bother. It seems like cheating the quest. You know what? I'm not gonna. We will start next time with the level 50 quest for Botanist. My old friend, Fufucha and I have known each other since we were both knee-high to a Fungwar, and I assure you, her knowledge of passion of flora, second to none. I'm going to go ahead and click through this, and then I am going to cancel this quest. And we're going to walk back over and let the boss say her piece. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. We will just come back tomorrow, so to speak. Did I fill up again? Oh no, we got gold. That's new. All right. Okay, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to talk to the guy in our last 4 minutes and see what he has to say for himself. And then next time we will begin with the level 50 quest for Heather. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal's too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I don't care for interruptions. That neophyte vintner bid you speak with me? Ah! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. Trust me, my palate's up to the task. I would sooner serve you gabubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. That guy is such a jerk. And he doesn't get much better. You have to work with him later, but he's still an arrogant priss. I take it he said no. Really? In those words? I cannot say I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Miscellaneous is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. Let's find out what alternative approach he wishes to take. Shamani Lomani has another bright idea. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our products has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons, I put an extra E in there, sorry, and should probably be vigneron, of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This included the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. Trust me, if you're fighting the gods, it's much more of a headache than it is a transcendent experience. I've done it. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Byraglent to part with his wines, our next best option is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and offer it to them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vinegrons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Sorry, allergy cough is beginning to catch up with me. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. And we will have to speak with them next week. All right. I'm still looking for a catchphrase. Anybody got any good suggestions? Feel free to pass them along. So, for the moment, making sure that both my PlayStation in the living room and the computer I'm broadcasting my PlayStation through are both looking at the input window. We wave goodbye in the soft gloaming of the evening from Wineport under the sheltering glow of the Aetheryte. And we'll see you all next time.